Welcome to a new school year and a new season of What's Up, Doc. I'm your host, Dr. Amy Grundy, and we are privileged to have with us today Dr. Daugherty, Superintendent of the Red Clay School District. We're going to talk about all of the exciting things that are happening here in Red Clay. So we'll dive right in. What is the most exciting thing for you in a new school year?
Every year is an opportunity for a new start for every student that walks into the system, every teacher that is engaged with students. It's an opportunity to redevelop goals, look at opportunities, and we tell people you can't worry about what happened last year or the past. Opportunity to take a new step forward, and the opportunity for students to really get excited about school and to see things that we've implemented to help them, for them to get better. And I think it's just an opportunity each year that most businesses and people around in the world never have a chance to see, and we get to see it every year as we start school. That's
a great answer. I actually didn't think of that, but that's a great answer. So what are some of the new initiatives that will be launched in 2017-18?
We don't have enough time. No, I'm teasing. We've started the elementary immersion program. Linden Hill has Mandarin in kindergarten, and at Moat and Marbrook we have Spanish. Opportunity for the next 6 years of that program to move forward, and at the end of the 6 years, everyone in the building who wanted to have the opportunity will be speaking 2 languages. We're very excited about that, which will lead us into an immersion program in our secondary schools, which is extremely important. We've seen a lot of success with Lewis Elementary, and the research really talks about how students really learn language. We're old school when we learned that we had a chance to pick up a language at the middle school or high school, and they say it's too late.
Right.
Learn it in elementary and you learn it for life. So we're excited about that opportunity. McCain High School, moving into that vocational realm pathways, where they have 12 pathways. All of the pathways are a business. So the example, the culinary program will have a restaurant. The child care program for early education actually has a daycare center, which I know they have 10 students in the program right now that come 3 days a week. You have the auto mechanics program, the ag program, which is a floral a business, which they have a end of the year spring flower sale, but this is all year round now. So each of the pathways will have an opportunity to expand and allow our students to see what the real world market looks like. It's just not a textbook or in the building. It's what does this job look like, entail, as I go out and do an internship or a co-op and then finally get a job in that area that I want to make a career.
Excellent. Comprehensive high school with all those opportunities for kids is really a unique thing.
And those opportunities are extremely important as we look at what the needs are for our businesses and corporations in our area.
Right.
Another area that we're opening up on Saturday, starting in October, with the partnership with Del State University, will be the IT Center. And this year, students will go twice a month. It's volunteer from about 8:30 to noon. And they have an opportunity to go into cybersecurity and looking at the ins and outs with the end of the program, developing a project which they'll be involved with a more of a cybersecurity fair of technology throughout the region. So we're really excited about that program as well.
Excellent. So Red Clay has gotten involved with hurricane relief. Can you talk about what Red Clay has done and how it's impacted our community?
We reached out to the Houston Independent School District right after the hurricane, Harvey, and we said, what can we do to help? They, I think we've spoken to them every day since. We started 2 weeks ago with Fill the Bus program. And as of the 25th of September, we've completed the project. We are hoping to fill 2 tractor trailers full of supplies that they asked for, things that they asked for. 2 men in a truck have volunteered to drive them down. We've partnered also with the Delaware Home Builders Association. And it was an opportunity for our students and our staff members to realize that there's another school district in need, a community. They have 200 schools, 283 schools, 200 of the schools are damaged. Their students are scattered, who knows where. They're trying to get things at some type of normalcy to start some schools. And, you know, we talk about servant support. And so we wanted our young men and women who haven't had to go through this situation give back and help students they'll never meet,
Right.
but an opportunity to make a big impact for families and students going to school.
Right, right. So a focus not only on academics here, but also being good citizens. And I think our kids have really taken to the task and are excited about it.
I helped the first bus with about 8 stops, and the students were, you know, wanted to know where they were going. They had schools where the students wrote letters and cards for the students that, like I said, they'll never meet, but that's what being a community, helping other people, caring about other people is all about.
Right, right. That's really a wonderful thing that we're doing. Yeah. Talk about the Family Resource Fair. It's an annual event, and this year it's going to be bigger than ever, I understand.
Yeah, we have a wonderful opportunity with the News Journal. This is our 10th year for the Family Resource Fair. And we usually focus in every aspect of a need of a family. And this year the News Journal asked if they could partner with us and really help us with the focus of literacy.
Okay.
So they are going to help us with additional books, bringing people in to read, getting authors to come in. So we're going to set up part of the area for this initiative sponsored by the News Journal. We'll use more of the space to take it, so we're going to use both gyms and the cafeteria. We will have from health services to Vision to Learn will be there, to all of our departments will be there, handing out books, resources, parents can ask information. There'll be businesses there, other programs that are helpful to students and parents as well. And then adding the literacy piece to really promote, not only with children to give them books and help them, but also parents can come and get advice on things that they could do as a family to help not only their child but the family become better readers. Right,
that's excellent. And that supports one way that families and parents can get involved in their students' education. What are some other ways that parents can get involved and support?
Well, you know, every school has a PTO or PTA, and I know it's difficult at times because we're so busy now as parents. If you're, you know, a parent now, you're running from activity to activity, trying to get everybody together. But we have found that by having parents even think about volunteering an hour a week, an hour a month to be involved in the school, to be involved in activities at the school, to even show up for lunch at times, bring your child to school at times when, you know, share as parents, whatever is available to that family to undertake. The opportunity that we see is that our schools are open for you to be involved. If you want to come in and help in the cafeteria, help in the library, help in the main office, be a mentor to students, help with small reading groups. We encourage that because you get it also as a parent volunteer, as a parent mentor, you have an opportunity to get insider information on the events that are coming up, on knowing how schools operate. I think the opportunity that parents have and volunteers that have in our buildings, that they actually get to see some unbelievable and fantastic things that go on in our buildings that they would not by being from the outside in. Looking from the inside out, you really get a chance to see how hard our teachers work, how hard the administrators and staff work in the buildings for every child in that building.
Right. And we recently had a Dad's Day where male role models were deeply involved in their Students' Day. And how did that go?
Absolutely. The Dad's Day is a national movement on September 19th. We were hoping to have a couple hundred dads show up. We had over 2,000 male role models, from dads to grandfathers to uncles to big brothers to just relatives and friends. It was an overwhelming support that they had the chance to come in. I had one dad tell me that he always had a hard time getting his child up for school. It was a third grader. And that day they were up an hour before everyone else, making sure Dad was up in time to take him to school. We understand the societal issues. We understand that there are families that there may not be a male role model there. But our opportunity is to, how can we help? Right. And research does show when you're that male role model, different things occur in a child's life. I grew up without a dad, and I knew that. And so great opportunities for people to get involved. And out of that, we did pick up hundreds of volunteers for our schools, and just to come in to help.
Right.
And again, it's another way for us to, as a community, serve one another.
Right. I mean, it was our first attempt at it, and I think it will only grow stronger in the years to come. And the feedback was overwhelmingly positive.
Yes, it was.
The feedback that I had heard. Parent engagement takes on many different forms, and so we just talked about a few ways, but I think one level of parent engagement is just staying informed. And how do parents, what opportunities are there for parents to just stay informed about what's going on in Red Clay?
Really good question. So you have the information from a school, and you have information from the district. I know our schools send out a lot of information from School Messenger on each week to their websites. And if you can get onto the website of the school district, information that comes home from the school is not only by the website or by a Twitter account or by a text, but also there's a lot of paper copies that come home. But for parents who want to stay informed and keep updated, if they go to the website, it's an endless amount of information of events that are going on. Our calendars are set for the year. We also give a calendar out to every parent when they come to the back to school nights, and they can still pick one up at any time at the schools that have the calendar for the year. But to make sure that they have information like when events are going on at the school, activities, parent conferences, PTO, PTA nights, activities that are related to the school district that are, like, just example, the resource fair. We're having a ELL conference. We're having a cultural awareness conference coming up in January. There are the festivals for music and art that occur every semester. There's a lot of information, and we encourage our not only our parents but our residents of the Red Clay to continue to go on the website, see the information that occurs at any time, and especially with the schools, when they need that information, to go ahead and contact the schools and say, I thought there was an event, can you tell me when it is? They'll be very helpful as well. But we try to make sure that we're very savvy with our websites and the Twitter accounts that go out and the text messages.
Right. Communication is critical, and I
Always.
think that we are definitely cognizant of it and make it a priority all the time. You mentioned earlier about the immersion programs. Can you talk to us specifically about which schools have the new immersion program, and maybe just one or two highlights?
Well, at Linden Hill, it's Mandarin, and a great opportunity for the students there. We were very fortunate to hire teachers in Delaware to have that program. And so the opportunity that we have is people who are fluent Mandarin, who are certified to teach it, and as they go through, and they've been in school about a month. If you go into the classrooms now, they'll be speaking Mandarin in the classroom. Half their day is in Mandarin, and it's amazing when you go into the classrooms, you can actually understand what's going on in the room. The two Spanish immersion programs are at Marbrook and Moat.
Right.
And there's another great opportunity. Our Hispanic population has grown from 15% to 27% since I've been superintendent. We are becoming a very diverse school district. That's fantastic. We are about 21% African American, we're about 6% Asian. And so the opportunity that we have to become more of a melting pot and our children learning more languages. I am hopeful, if the budgets allow us, to have 3 more schools go into it next year with the interest that's there. It's always tough to get the boulder moving,
right,
because you're thinking outside the box, but we're seeing the principals did a great job of all 3 schools. The teachers are doing a fantastic job, and we appreciate the parents wanting to think outside the box to have their children learn a new language as they're still learning English.
Right.
But what's amazing is they're complimenting both. They're working extremely hard, and they're having fun doing it. And so we're really excited about the possibilities it has for the future.
Right, and what I understand is that each program set a goal for the number of students they wanted to have enrolled in the program, and each one of those programs met that goal.
They did a fantastic job this year.
That's really fantastic. You talked a little bit about this earlier, but it is so important, the career opportunities and the career pathways in each of our high schools. You talked specifically to McCain. Do the other high schools also offer career pathways?
Yes, they do. We try to put everyone in a pathway in the school.
Okay.
And so there could be from the health programs at Conrad to the performing arts programs at Cab Callaway. But you will find programs such as culinary, the textile programs, auto mechanics, drafting, engineering. You'll see, I'm drawing a blank right now, but you'll see, I think we have 37 different programs that are in the school district. The opportunities that you see from robotics to digital media, to business, to computer science, to marketing, to finance. And so what happens, and we're excited because in October and November this year, we will have a publication to go out ready for school choice, but it will talk about all of the programs that we offer in the school district at every high school.
Okay.
And it will go through and tell the students what they need to complete that pathway in a 4-year period and that opportunity. And so the opportunities that we have, when you think about if it's Conrad Schools of Science or Performing Arts School or Delaware Military Academy, John Dickinson High School, IB, etc., the opportunities that they are comprehensive high schools and what they're trying to do, they may have a theme focus, like the IB program.
Right.
But I think it's important for students to be able to take an AP or dual enrollment course and then go take a drafting or robotics course as well. And I think that's the best of both worlds for our students to have.
So is it deliberate that each high school has a focus? And how is it selected?
Yes, and we went around. So when you think about Charter School of Wilmington, it's a math science school. Delaware Military Academy, academic school, but military focus.
Right.
Conrad Schools of Science, multiple pathways, especially in the allied health field. And when you think about the opportunities that they have there in dealing with, I was over there just today in the computer science program, and they were looking at aerodynamics. The IB program at Dickinson, the marketing and CTE programs at McCain, you have the College Academy at AI High School.
Right.
And so the opportunities we have a district where we have 7 high schools. We have an opportunity for our young men and women and our parents to go where they think it's going to suit their child, to help their child to be successful in their college and career choices. All of our schools, we have 22 dual enrollment courses for college credit. We have 65 different AP courses that are taught throughout our school district. The IB program has 21 courses. And so we have the opportunity from the college side and the career side for our students to be successful. And not everyone's going to college, and we know that. And that's why we like the construction and trades program that we have in the district with the Del Tech. So you come to Red Clay, you have the opportunity for a variety of opportunities. And as we tell all the students when they come in 9th grade, our responsibility is to remove the obstacles. You still have to go down the pathway for success.
Right, right. Now you mentioned Dickinson. So the IB program, the middle years program, what's going on at Dickinson now? Are things going well?
It's going well. They're almost at capacity at the middle school. The opportunity is for us this year, to get ready for next year, for 18-19, is make sure the 9th and 10th grade teachers are prepared in the IB program, because that will then give us a 6 to 12 IB school. Right now, the students will be in 11th and 12th grade and are in the IB program as well, and they're finishing up with an IB certificate. So the goal is you start in 6th grade, go through the middle years program, start in 9th grade and go through the IB program, and then you walk out with your IB diploma, basically, which is valued throughout the world.
Right.
And there are colleges and universities around the country that will exempt you from your first year of college with your IB diploma.
Excellent. So Red Clay has a new strategic plan. What are some of the highlights of the new strategic plan?
Well, when you think about the plan that we had 5 goals, and then we would push it down, and we really looked at 3 major focal points. And our board really wanted us to look at and continue to look at parent engagement, community involvement, keeping our parents involved with what we do. The academic side of this, and we'll always talk about it, but the proficiency in reading and math is extremely important. And they really wanted us to home in on the plan and really and get a narrow focus. And then when we look at the opportunities that we had with our professional growth and the opportunity for making sure that we had the best people in the classroom, leading the buildings, and at the district office. And when we see the priorities of 3 major priorities, and then there's 3 major focal points, everything is going to really turn around to the ability for us to meet the needs of the children, to become stronger academically, and to see growth occur all the way through our system. We have a lot of data that shows that where our children start and when they leave Red Clay, we call it the Red Clay Way. The numbers are phenomenal of what happens in that growth. The opportunity that we have now and the challenges that we have is that we have a lot of students that are coming into our system throughout our grade levels, and how do we get them caught up? And our numbers are good. We are getting a lot of support from the community, and but I think the next 5 years from now until 2022, we have an opportunity to look at stronger proficiency goals because of the plan. A strategic plan is to help you meet the academic goals that you have. And then you have your parent community goals, you have your staff development goals, and they all should focus into that area.
Excellent. Yep, absolutely. One final question. So we have all our extracurricular activities and our sports. And I just actually have to say that I noticed that you're probably Red Clay's #1 fan. How do you manage to attend so many extracurricular activities and sporting events?
Well, I never actually get to see an entire game of any sport, I don't think. I think 2 weekends ago I had 5 football games. I'm a big after-school fan of if it's sports or if it's clubs. I think that's the excitement of a young man or young woman that they get a chance to, I go to school all day, but then I can take things that I've learned during the day and apply it. And so when you have an opportunity to visit sporting events, I'll hit field hockey games, volleyball in the fall. I'll hit middle school games. It's just an opportunity to stop by and say, hey, I'm here. I think it's important. I've been to the robotics programs, the math league, the Odyssey of the Mind, Numbers Bee. Your job as superintendent is 24/7, and you have the opportunity to do that. And when I was principal, I enjoyed after school and evening activities just because you get a chance to see young men and women who are working together, meeting a goal, and becoming successful. And I think that's the key for us.
It's so important that students are not only engaged during the school day, but they're engaged with the school outside of the school day. And you're a huge supporter of that.
I say that all the time, how important it is. Not everybody loves math or English, but there's that carrot out there that they love. And to get them through the difficult times in their academics sometimes, those activities are extremely important. And I've seen it over and over again as a principal and now as superintendent. And that's why we really support the activities.
Excellent. Well, that's all the time that we have today. As you can tell, there is much to be proud of, much going on here in the Red Clay School District. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.